But once the assassins were freed, Lloyd went straight for Ren, who was bleeding. Using a bit of magic, he began to heal her. Ren had tried to end her life by biting her tongue, but that was no longer necessary. Although the demon's goal was clearly all her friends, they no longer had to worry because Lloyd would take care of it from now on. Galilea quickly took Ren away, despite her complaints, knowing it was the smartest choice at the moment. Otherwise, they would just be a burden to Lloyd, who watched as the demons couldn't stop looking at the magma where their master had fallen. Suddenly, their master appeared via teleportation, inadvertently pushing one of his own to threaten the others for not acting immediately. Now, the new mission for all the demons was to recover the assassins. They had no choice but to go straight at them. But Lloyd wouldn't stand idly by and started to destroy everything that moved in the castle, reducing every living being in the area to pieces, except for the Jade possessed by Gisarm, who from above watched as a pair of his demons bought him time to cast a deadly spell. For some unknown reason, this spell managed to penetrate Lloyd's magic shield. Surprised, Lloyd had two logical options: let it hit him to see what kind of spell it was or dodge it. Grim was the voice of reason, urging him to dodge the strange spell. The magic was new and needed to be studied. A quick examination revealed that the demon seemed to be casting a kind of magical parasite that directly damages the heart. Despite this, Grim wanted to give Lloyd a small tip. His friend doesn't possess magic as such, but can cast spells with his mana transmutation, which is practically identical to Kaorang and Pusu's. Well, almost identical, since Lloyd saw many differences. When a spell is created to generate a defense, it generally works against all threats. However, when it's an attack made directly by mana, it's very different. The barrier functions almost like a kitchen strainer against water, allowing all the mana to pass through at will. For these reasons, Lloyd knew that if he didn't fight well, he could really lose his life, as all his enemies' attacks would reach his heart no matter what. Gisarm, for his part, could only think about how he ended up with such dim-witted servants who couldn't capture a small group of humans. Grim kept dropping interesting tidbits, like how demons are classified by classes, first class being the best and 10th class being practically the demons we just saw, so useless that even magic can affect them. But talking about higher classes, like the demon Lloyd recently fought, which was probably level 8, magic doesn't work very well against them. By the way, our dear Grim is a level 3 on the demon scale. Lloyd concluded that he was probably facing a first-class demon. However, even in this, he was wrong, as Grim revealed that his enemy was above the demon hierarchy classes. Lloyd was in the presence of a demon king. To put things into perspective, Grim assured that not even 100 first-class demons could beat someone like him. For Lloyd, this was all nonsense, so he went straight for Gisarm, who asked the boy what exactly he was. Lloyd simply replied that he was a mere prince of the kingdom, which reminded the demon of a small memory of the 7th prince. When he entered Jade's body but had forgotten about it, Lloyd asked the demon why he ruined his meeting with Jade, as he was eager to see him. The Demon King assured that he wasn't the only one ruining things since Lloyd destroyed his castle. Lloyd didn't care and just wanted to fight, while Grim trembled with fear. Both competitors were equally thrilled, eager to tear each other apart. Before the fight, there's a brief scene where Tao talks to Katarina, expressing that there should be more handsome guys in the association. Katarina tried to cheer her up by giving her a mission to eliminate nearby zombies, but Tao didn't want to go with unattractive people. She asked for a mission to accompany Lloyd, but Katarina knew he wasn't at the age for a girlfriend and asked why she wanted to see him. Tao admitted there was something about him that reminded her of her lost beloved Albert back in the present. Grim kept urging Lloyd to flee as fast as possible, but Lloyd remained confident he could easily defeat Gisarm, which annoyed Grim. Trying to defeat Gisarm would be like trying to kill a fish in the ocean with jets of water, although with enough pressure it might be possible. It was essentially a one-way ticket to the morgue. Gisarm, with just a fraction of his mana, managed to destroy part of the ultra-resistant barrier Lloyd had set up. Gisarm even praised the barrier for its strength and quickly created multiple larger spells to destroy it. However, seeing no other option, Lloyd begins to flee from all the demonic needles, knowing that even a single one piercing him would mean the end of his life. This worked well for a brief moment, as none of the needles touched him. However, The demon reached the barrier and with a simple kick, shattered part of the shield, leaving them at the mercy of his attacks. Out of nowhere, a giant golem emerged from the water, allowing Lloyd to escape. As time passed, both assassins and demons couldn't take their eyes off the incredible combat. When the assassins returned to reality, they found themselves in danger. If Babylon could open the door in time, they would be able to escape without further problems. Grimm truly believed he was heading straight to the afterlife and began to cry out of fear. The Demon King watched them from a distance, having barely put them in a bind even after using teleportation, which Lloyd quickly denounced as cheating since it was a stolen ability from Jade. Gisarm, however, argued that it wasn't cheating at all, as Jade never knew how to use his power. For demons like him, magic wasn't difficult and didn't require training like humans. It was as instinctual as a bird's ability to fly. Even with magic, there were aberrations like the lashes, which the demon considered an aberration. Jade's wings had always been beautiful, but he could never make them fly. Now, Lloyd would witness how these same wings faced him. When Lloyd tried to move, the demon, with a simple snap, managed to pierce his body with needles. Using teleportation, it was too easy to attack from the comfortable position in the sky while watching his prey fall impaled by his magic. The assassins were forced to fight for their lives as the demons came for them. However, Galilea's sticky web made it impossible for the demons to move, and with Creo's help, it took only seconds to eliminate all the demons. Lloyd had unlocked the full control of their abilities. When Babylon finally managed to open the door for them to escape, the demons had somehow fully recovered. Talia, with her eye on all the demons, activated her ability, cutting her own heel to bring down all the enemies. She also asked her companions not to look her in the eyes, as she still couldn't fully control her ability, and ordered them to escape while she dealt with the demons. Despite this, the demons quickly regenerated again, but Talia wasted no time in hurting herself further to control them all at once, urging her companions to flee as quickly as possible. Galilea didn't want to leave, but moved Ren away with Crow, not wanting to leave her friend alone, seeing how far the situation had escalated. Ren thought about delivering a fatal blow to end her enemies quickly. This scared the demons, realizing Talia was serious about sacrificing herself to ensure her family's survival. With a little help from Galilea, it would now be easy to ensure no one stopped them. After all, what was her pain compared to all the time Jade had tried to protect her from the demon that entered his body? From a distance, Ren could only collapse. Finally realizing they had gained control of their powers, she wept, watching her family sacrifice themselves for her survival. From afar, Gisarm recalled Jade wanting all his friends to live in daylight. Seeing them die under the moonlight was ironic. For the demon, there was nothing more disgusting than a group of trash believing they could belong to this world. He laughed at the seventh prince, who couldn't entertain him even for a moment. He noticed that he hadn't finished off Lloyd, who had used the distraction to go for his neck. However, the demon's teleportation was much faster, and he managed to dodge. Perhaps finally finding some amusement in the fight, Lloyd then asked the demon to leave, as he didn't want to be there, revealing a connection to the fire rain that destroyed the demons in the area before Talia could cut herself further. This was all thanks to Prince Albert, who came ready for war with his elite squad to rescue his beloved little brother. Meanwhile, Tao was seen running through the Moon Festival, feeling irritated as everyone was happily paired up. After some dumplings, she headed straight to the castle, planning to organize a tea with Albert if no one invited her out. On her way, she overheard gossip that Albert had gone straight to war against Lordos. With this new information, she realized both princes were in danger and decided she was the best person to rescue two handsome, wealthy princes.